You all have only been open for a little bit, right?
We have been open just for a little bit. We were in this space for almost a year and a half, providing Pathway to Medicine and Motherhood Circle that was sponsored by Children's Hospital beforehand, just to see what the community needed, what are some barriers. We talked about lactation, we talked about food and how that interacts with your and how that works with health of and well-being of yourself, mental health, so many other things. And we realized that the community was asking for primary care here. And so that's how that was started on October 27th. And today we shut down almost just so that we can come up with a rapid response. Because we were getting calls with people saying, "Hey, I'm afraid to leave my home. And I think my child is sick. Can you listen to him? Is what kind he's coughing? I am concerned, that kind of stuff." And I had a lot of doctors that were reaching out saying, "What can we do?" And honestly, it showed me how Minnesota is stronger than all the issues that is going on. How many doctors, nurses, healthcare, mental health coordinators who have reached out said, how can I help? That gives me a lot of hope for my community, in that this too shall pass. But now we have put together a Excel spreadsheet and everyone is putting in days that they're off, what their specialty is, and what they can help with. Um, Today around 11:30, I had a mom call the number and say, "Hey, I'm undocumented. I have 4 kids. I'm worried that if I take my kid to the doctor's office, that I get picked up. I have to ride the bus. What's going to happen to my kids? Can you just talk to me through? Is this something that I need to take my kid in?" And it's heartbreaking because for a mom to like have to choose between the safety of herself and her other kids and the one that's actually sick and getting them health care there, how do you make that kind of choice? And how, I don't know, it just doesn't feel good. Just even like listening to the pain in her voice was for me very, very sad. And just making sure that we give her the resources that she needed, and triaging that.
Mm, that's a lot to carry.
Yeah.
How many patients do you serve?
We are just growing our population. Yesterday, we had 7 cancellation just because of everything that was going on. On a given day, I am here 4 days a week, and people are just getting to know us. But so far, I think I've been seeing between 12 patients to, I think the highest that I've seen was 19 patients in a day just by myself. And we have different providers on different days. And so, but slowly but maturely growing, but we're known in the community and have been a resource for health literacy and improving healthcare. And how do I talk to the doctors? What are some words that I need to use to feel safe in the clinic? Those are some of the things that we've been providing education on, but nothing like that. So nothing like I can't leave my home because I'm scared, or even like people that are documented and now are scared and carrying their passports around. I carry my passport around now, the last 2 days. And I was just telling the story to Mukhtar. But I remember traveling and carrying my passport with like a sense of pride, and knowing that when I give it out, like in other countries, how much weight that it carried and how much pride it carried for me. But now I carry it because I just want to get home to my kids tonight. And I don't want to accidentally be picked up, right? And that is a fear that no one should carry. So I don't know. It just
What you are you a registered nurse?
I am a family nurse practitioner. I worked as a registered nurse for several years, went back to school, now practicing clinician where we can treat as primary care, I'm really excited about chronic care management. Um, that is something that I talk about a lot of. Women's health is another passion area of mine, where we do a lot of research here. We've partnered up with the U or Emory University, that kind of stuff, and just getting research that is by the community for the community and just like understanding it better and how important that is. So beforehand, I think we were dealing with how can we get more researchers that are from that community? How can we get more providers that are from different communities so that our community is being served by people that look like them, right? But now it's just how do we survive? So it's a whole different thing from last week to today, I would say.
Do you serve primarily East African Somali community?
Very good question, actually. If you come to our clinic, you'll see our art is represented by the communities that we serve. So we have arts that are represented by the Native American community, because that's the area that we're in the Ventura neighborhood. We have a lot of Latina community or Spanish speaking and East African. So we pretty much serve all those three communities, I guess, the most. But I had a lot of patients that followed me from my other organization that I was with beforehand. So it's a little bit more diverse, I would
Okay.
say, than other community clinics around here.
Are you Somali, Munir?
I am Somali.
And is your husband a police officer? Do I have that right?
Yeah, he is.
Minneapolis, I assume.
Yeah, yeah.
Is your husband East African also? Somali?
Yes.
I bring that up. I mean, between the two of you, what incredible Americans, not garbage.
Thank you.
How does it feel to hear that word used to your people?
It doesn't feel good. I think for me, it doesn't feel good for me, but like what I worry about is the consequences that it could have, or that it has. I worry for my kids. I worry about a teacher that may not give them the full attention that they may need, or the time, the extra time that they may need to just learn something, or patience, right? So, because if something is garbage, you're not going to want to spend time to educate them. You're not going to take time to improve them or work with them. So for me, I would say I worry for my kids the most. I worry for girls that wear the scarf, because it really, next time that they go in for an interview, will they get a job? Because no one wants to have someone who's garbage be part of their organization. I have had the privilege of working with some of the most amazing organizations in the Twin Cities. I hope that they show up and they continue to give girls that look like me a chance, because I think we love this country. We love Minnesota, and I think we take a pride in that. And if we were garbage, I don't think we would have. And there's so much collective, I think, punishment going on. And I hope that's not who Minnesotans are. And I hope they see that we show up and we go, that's not the community that Somalis come from. So, yeah.
When you talked about having your passport in a sense of pride, pride that you live in the United States, that you're a US citizen?
Oh, yeah. Am proud to be a US citizen. I think being a US citizen gave me so much advantages. It has given me a safety and belonging that I may not have had if I was back home or if I was in Somalia. But so I carried it with pride. I carried it with I want to show it off, kind of, right? This is who we are. That freedom of speech is amazing to have. But now it has a shadow around it. Now I'm just like, I carry it because it gets me from work to home and to my kids. So it doesn't feel the same way as it did, I think, even 2 weeks ago. And I worry about carrying it, knowing that other people are just going to think this is what your president thinks of you. To me, that is something that I worry about because I no longer just feel that safety, security, belonging, but more of this is how my country thinks of me.
Mm. When you said that, people were worried about their safety, so you did have people call and cancel.
Oh, yeah. We actually just had so many people that would just say, hey, I can't come in. A lot of our patients do not know, or the ones that did cancel, did not know how to use telehealth because of phones and internet, the whole thing. That is a big barrier. So coming in, taking the bus here was a lot easier for them. But I think their safety of knowing that they're not going to get deported or knowing that if they stay home, this time will pass. Because I think that is their main goal, just to being with their family. One of the moms that I spoke with today, it was so heartbreaking because she didn't know what decision to make.
Yeah, her kids or take the
Yeah.
risk.
Yeah. Is it worth it?
Yeah, that's an impossible set
Mhm.
of decisions to make. Lastly, you talked about other physicians, nurses, clinicians saying, I want to help.
Yeah.
So people volunteering that don't even work with you on days off to come help?
You have no idea. That is the one thing that brings me so much joy and to get through the day today. The reason why we canceled the clinic today was we didn't have any resource in place for something like this if it happened. I know that if we had a snowstorm, we have got protocols in place, right? But we did not have a protocol for when your president calls a whole group this, what do you do? Or when ICE is outside, what do you do? But now we do, and we're coming up with a plan from a healthcare side. And I didn't even create the Excel spreadsheet. One of the doctors that her name is Jennifer Neal, I don't think she would mind me sharing. But she's like, what can I do? Let's start it. And how many providers who have signed up to say, this is my specialty, this is what I can provide, these are the days that I'm off. That is who Minnesota is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I have really enjoyed talking to you. Thank you for the
Thank
work that
you.
you do, for the hope that you bring, caring for people. It's just incredible.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to ask these questions.
You bet. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.